I'm stronger, wiser, smarter, I aim higher. I'm stronger, wiser, smarter, I aim higher. I make it look easy. Oh, it's motivation for me. I make it look easy. Oh, it's motivation for me.
What's up, y'all? This your girl, legendary Ms.Tee, and this is True Tea with the legendary Ms.Tee. Before we get started, I want you guys to press that like button and subscribe to my channel. Today, we are doing Girl Talk, baby, with my girl, Tyesha, the beautiful.
Yes.
She's nervous. I don't know why, because all we're doing is chopping it up about the book. So you guys, I have a book called I Am Stronger and Wiser Now. It's about my life, being the first girl signing Cash Money, how I grew up when I was young, when I was younger. Just talking about a lot of little things, and I have Tyesha right now. She's going to be asking me questions, and we supposed to be going through the book with Girl Talk.
Yes. I'm stronger and wiser now.
Yeah.
So when you first wrote this book, when I first got it, I was mad that it came in. I was on my cruise, but I couldn't wait to get back to finish it.
Right.
I finished this book in 2-3 days.
That's how good it is.
2 to 3 days. I couldn't put it out. I was on that softball practice with the book.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
What you like about the book?
I like that it's real. It's real. So many people that we know that probably went through these things and they're scared to speak on.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this book done touched many people.
A lot of girls that inbox me like, I went through the same things, and I remember the other day I'm just sitting there saying, fuck, I didn't told all my business out.
Everything.
But it's still like healing for me.
It is.
Because of the simple fact, like, just imagine just holding all that stuff up inside all these years. And once you click on somebody, the first thing they say is you crazy, but they don't know what the fuck
you done been through.
You done been through. Not saying it's an excuse to act, crazy, but just was a lot for it.
Guess what? Even though you went through all this, it's a testimony.
It's a testimony.
Because you never stopped.
I never stopped. But I went through so much. It's like with the Cash Money thing, first being signed to them, is like, once I left, people just was making me out the bad guy because all it was outside looking in. Just thinking that we were really like rich and really making money, and we really wasn't. Like, I was a poor fucking artist. And I remember being mad that Baby named my album Female Baller, because I was like, bitch, I'm not balling. I'm struggling like a motherfucker. I'm in a house with about 12 fucking people in a 2-bedroom house, even though my grandmother owned the complex or whatever, right. But it still was in poor conditions. Like, we had to borrow water for hot water, a hot water heater. How like your grandmother and them have men in the house, and instead of them really getting a real plumber or a real electrician, what they do is they get people around the house, so it just keep fucking up. Yeah, it just keep fucking up.
That's what they call it, a quick fix.
A quick fix. So it was just so much that I was going through.
But it didn't stop you.
No, it didn't stop.
It didn't stop you. Even to this day, me knowing you and being friends with you, you have overcome every obstacle.
Yes. And still overcoming them.
And you didn't sit around and wait on nobody.
Right.
You still kept it going.
That's what you say you like.
You still kept it going. Because we done been down this road. It was like, well, I mentioned such and such, and didn't come through. But guess what? Guess what we had?
We got the book! So on Amazon, all you have to do is type in I Am Stronger and Wiser Now, or type in the author, Ms.Tee Williams. That's me. And you could get it also at Barnes & Noble, or you could get it at legendarymistee.com. Now my website also is going to showcase the hard copy, because it's the hard copy, and Tyesha have the paperback. So you can go on the website and purchase the hard copy or the paperback, because I ain't gonna lie, this hard copy is beautiful. This is mine. It's the one that I had made to myself. Let's get into a chapter. What chapter? We about to get into
the first chapter.
All right, let's go into the first chapter.
Chapter for chapter.
All right, you got your questions?
I got them.
You wrote them down?
I sure did, but I got them up here.
Okay.
So the beginning of you.
The beginning of me. So basically, here's the beginning of me, y'all. This is chapter 1.
Where it all started.
Where it all started. Basically, just me being a teenager and was like coming from a musical background and singing in a choir and, you know, being in a church. And my great-grandfather had a band. I don't think I put that in there, but he had like a little blues band and I used to be watching them. Then my daddy was like a dancer, you know, and then I used to be dancing. Just a lot of stuff that I was doing when I was younger. So the reason why I get into the beginning of me, because I want y'all to know how it started. You know, why I was this way, why I was looking for love in all the wrong places, why you know, the relationship I was in, you know, I was just looking for love. My mom, I felt like she was in there, so I couldn't get the love from her, so I tried to find love in men. You know? A lot of people. So, you know.
And you know, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
So the beginning of you, did you ever think it would get this far?
No.
Starting from the beginning?
No. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna live past 20-something.
Really?
Cause I was so the S word.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna say that word.
Yeah, but I was. Because just being a teenager and you don't have the guidance from your parents, because your parents was teenagers when they had you, so you just thinking nobody don't want you. Or you thinking you're not. Yeah, and you thinking you're not worth it. Mm-hmm. You know. So
that plus some. That plus some, as you can see. All right, so in the beginning, when you first started doing music, I said your grandfather had a band and you was in a choir and in a church and all that.
Mm-hmm.
When you first started, when you did your very first show.
Ooh, you mean like just performing for my family?
I don't care if it was in front of your family, just.
So let me tell y'all this. Like in the book, I always talk about I could have been a choreographer. I mean, I used to dance my ass off. I picked that up from my daddy. I was in a mirror doing every step of the Janet Jackson principal video.
Yeah.
I mean, I was dancing my ass off. Me and my cousin Tyesha would be dancing all Salt and Pepper. We thought we were Salt and Pepper like. So everybody thought that I was gonna be like a choreographer. So the performance, the first performance that I ever had was in the choir and school.
Okay.
Yeah, in school, in elementary, junior high, and high.
So you used to do like talent shows and stuff.
Oh man, I was insane all talent show, and I had a whole song called "I'm Not the One, I'm Not the One, I'm Not the One, She Not the One, I'm Not the One." Girl, I was in all kind of talent shows when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to find my little niche in music. You know. And one of the artists that I identified with was I loved Anita Baker. I love Anita Baker, Shantae Moore, Whitney Houston. I ain't really care for Mariah Carey. And my biggest influence that I liked was Mary J. Blige because she was more relatable. Yes. I couldn't relate Whitney because of the gowns, the ball gowns. It was just making her what she wasn't. So it was like a pretend factor, but Mary just gave you that raw and that real, like Miss Jones, Sweet Tea, Queen Latifah. You know, like I just related to those type of women because that was me.
And y'all had something in common.
And we all had something in common. Mary J grew up hard. I grew up hard. Queen Latifah had her battles, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like related to that.
That's good.
You want to come take me so I can have something to just put on there? You want to do it with your thing? All right.
Chapter 2. Let's go into chapter 2.
Chapter 2!
Family ties. Now, we done talked about the beginning. Now we're in chapter 2, family ties.
Chapter 2, family ties.
Ties.
You supposed to have questions.
Girl. I have so many.
This is girl talk, baby.
So many questions. Let me tell y'all, it's hard to keep up. All right. Family ties. Tell me about the family ties.
So family ties was basically me just displaying the relationship with. See, when you know you wrote the book, you know you could go into deep and tell you like I could tell you about every child,
every last one.
But Family Ties was I was really showcasing my relationship with my grandmother, like how my grandmother was like more like a mother figure to me than my mom was, and you know, I'm just giving you a glimpse on who kind of raised me. It was like my grandmother, and she was a beautician and somebody that I had like a motherly bond with. And we was close, and I just felt like everybody I was getting close to, they passed away. Like when she got cancer, I didn't really think that she was gonna pass. I thought that I used to have dreams that I used to see her healthy. Well, maybe that was me seeing that she was gonna be on the other side.
Right.
So basically, Family Ties is about my family, it's about my brother. My brother also battled with cancer. It was something rare and shocking to us that he had pancreatic cancer at 37 years old. And then when I explained in the book, I'm like, usually when people get cancer, pancreatic cancer, they be like 50, 60. Older. You know, and he was like 37, so it was just a lot that was going on. And to sum it up with Family Ties, both of them died with a cancer, different cancers. You know, cancer running our family, I guess. But, you know, when I went to go check to see if I had cancer, the doctors was telling me that it have to be like a main cancer for it to be hereditary. Like if my mama had breast cancer, if I had breast, you know, or whatever. You know, but this was two incidents, and it was two different things. It was like generation. That time in '96 she got it, and then the millennium he got it.
Wow, that was back to back.
Yeah, that was back to back, and it's
That's
like,
hard.
yeah, it was hard, and because both of them was my protector.
That's hard.
So now he gone, she gone, and all I got is my mama, who I feel don't give a fuck about me.
But you're still standing.
But I'm still standing.
And you're strong.
Yeah, and I'm strong.
And why?
Yeah, so that was up with Family Ties. If y'all just tuned in, I want you guys to press that like button and the subscribe button to True Tea with the legendary Ms.Tee. I am sitting here discussing the details of my book. I am stronger and wiser now. Go to legendarymistee.com to order your hard copy or your paperback.
Order today.
Today.
Trust me, you're gonna
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Today. So I see that you say, you know, your grandmother was like more like a mother figure.
Yes.
Did your mom feel more of your friend?
My mom was more like a friend. Yeah, I felt like she was more like a friend because I was always put on my grandmother. Like, you better go ask your grandma. Or, you know, like it was a point where my grandmother had, like, if it was time to get, like, you know, clothes for the holidays, it was me depending on my grandma and my brother depending on my mom, which my grandma was helping my mom, but I just felt like a close connection with my grandma. Like now, today, I still could see my grandma, like when I'm asleep in dreams. So I just know she probably one of my guardian angels because I see her all the time.
And she probably,
I see her with a man and everything in the dream.
well, she living life.
Yeah, she living life. On the other side, she is.
She living life. She just coming down to check on you, but she living life. She happy.
She living life. Yeah.
She happy. All right, okay. But a lot of people that grow up and they have their grandparents and their grandfathers, and you know, me, I had both of ours, but at the end of the day, I still looked at my grandmother as like a mama.
Yeah, I guess
I think everybody do that.
I guess it's because of their wisdom. The wisdom of a grandmother.
Granny will sit you down and y'all will have a whole conversation like you've been here before.
Yeah, and that's why I used to like listen to my grandma and kind of like, you know, get advice, and used to listen to everything she used to say.
That's good. A lot of people let it go in one ear and out the other, but that's what it shows. You see somebody who's paying attention,
Right.
somebody who's listening,
Right.
and that's how we get our stronger and wiser. Grandma put that in there.
Yeah.
Grandma put that in there.
Yeah.
All right. So what about chapter 3? When I met him.
Oh, girl,
Let's get
somebody
to
just
the details.
called me
Let's
and
get
was
into
telling
the
me that Dodo
details.
was mad.
Uh-oh.
Well, Dodo,
Uh-oh.
I have to speak my truth. they used to beat my ass. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's nothing to cry about, but it's the real. Like, this is what I experienced. If you got your version, you're welcome to do yours. This is what I experienced as a young girl looking for love in all the wrong places. I put that in there because I know there's a girl that's 15 right now that have a baby daddy that probably done brought her through all kind of shit, and she thinking that she can't find love nowhere else. Because that person is, and that person is brainwashing you in your head, telling you that you ain't gonna never find nobody, and they telling you they love you, but they beating your ass.
Yep, and guess what? That ain't love.
That ain't fucking love. So, alright, though, you'll be good.
When it first happened, when he first hit you, how did that make you feel?
When he first
what was going through your head?
When he first hit me, it was like, I can't believe he just hit me. And I was a girl that wasn't a fighter back then. So I'm like, maybe I need to act right.
So you was blaming yourself.
I was blaming myself. Maybe I need to act right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what you thought you did wrong? What were you thinking you did wrong?
Well, he slapped me. I put in the book and he said, no woman of mine can't handle their liquor. So I guess by me being so tipsy at the club that, you know, he hit me. But he hit me because he had a whole fucking patchy mark on his neck. So you know what dudes do.
Hello.
To get her off that, I gotta make another. He had a whole, like a boo-boo red patchy mark on his motherfucking neck. He was a fucking serial cheater.
A serial cheater?
Yes.
I ain't know they made him like that.
Girl, a lot of these niggas serial cheaters.
A serial cheater.
A serial cheater is a person that no matter who he with, he just gonna keep cheating.
Okay.
No matter who he with.
Let me stay away from them.
I mean, it got to the point where he was trying to impregnate me again. Because he felt like, see, people don't, let me just say this. He felt like if he impregnate me again, that like he was gonna have ties with me. Like, I don't know why stupid dudes think because you have children for him, like you connected to him.
So let me ask you this.
What?
And be honest. It happened the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It happened the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Why you kept letting it happen?
I didn't have love for myself. I didn't have love for myself. I didn't think that I was good enough. Here's this the guy that's light skinned and looks good, you know, the colorism shit. And your ass thinking, ooh, he look good, ooh, you know, that's why I don't go by looks anymore. Motherfucker look good.
Looks like the seafood.
And still beat your motherfucking ass. Remember one time we had a fight in a hotel and you could just see the crust in between his nose where he just had cocaine. You know, but the thing of it is, having a baby at 15, he wasn't that much older. He was like 17 or 18.
Okay.
So it wasn't like he was a grown, we was like teenagers. You know.
Young parents.
We was young parents.
What was the very last straw?
Ooh.
The very last straw. Where did you find the strength and say, like, I am done?
Girl!
What was that like?
It was a girl that played me. I don't think I put this in the book. But you know how you'll find out, like, if you'll find out it's a girl that he dealing with. And me and her, you know, we linked. So we start telling each other, oh, look what he told me, look what he told me, look what he told me. Right. So she only got with me to get the information because she really wanted to be with him, you know. So
she playing both sides.
She was playing both sides. So what happened was, she said, you want me to tell him to come over? I said, yeah, let's see. Let him come over, see what he do. He come over. He saw me. He was ready to charge for me and fight me. But he didn't do her a motherfucking thing when he was trying to fight me. Yeah. So once he did that, I made up in my mind, and I'm thankful that he did that. I was like, I can't ever fuck with him no more.
That was it.
That was
the last.
That was it.
Couldn't take no more.
That was it. It was too much.
Well, I'm glad that was it, because it takes a strong woman to know.
Yeah, but how you don't be strong when you were 17, 18 years old? You don't really be knowing.
You don't know, but it took you were strong enough to know. But guess what? I had enough. You were strong enough to know that you had enough.
I was done.
Let it happen no more.
I was done. It to the point that the biggest fight we ever had, I think two biggest fights, is one fight when I stabbed him But then it was one other fight where he beat me so fucking bad, my face was like, you couldn't recognize me. That baby and my brother and Slim came to the house and was like, this nigga fucking with our investment.
Wow.
You know, so.
Not their sister.
Yeah. Investment.
That's how I read. When I read the book, that's how I read. I was like,
yeah, investment. Yeah, they really did.
My investment.
Yeah, they really didn't care about me like they say they did.
Well, I read.
Oh yeah, I know you read.
I read. Let's go to chapter. The next one, creeping. Woo. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Let me say something about creeping. That song alone will never die. Okay?
I know.
That song alone will never die.
Thank you.
Ever. But let's get into creeping. When you made creeping, what was going through your head? Because when you hear a song, it's like you wrote that song, you rap that song, you can hear it in your heart when you sing that song. Like
basically, creeping came by because Spud had a song called "You Better Watch Them Hoes When You're Sleeping." Cause them dog ass hoes be creeping. So he had that song. And me and Baby was sitting at the car. We was together by Club Michelle. And he said, T, you need to do an answer back today. And I was like, what? He said, do an answer back today. So I did. I answered it back. But it became my own song. I just did it my way. I didn't do it like him. I just said, creeping, niggas be creeping. Then when I wrote the song, I did it like it was about somebody, but it really was about me. So it was everything that I was going through in my relationship. Like I had a baby farm, it didn't really matter because it still was cheating. It was just a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
People will never die down. I think that's gonna be around for years and years and more years to come. Cause everybody done went through it, okay?
Yeah, like I got, how many times have you given your body away just to get nothing back in return? So it's like I am more of a giver. I was like more of the giver in a relationship. And that's why I don't like dating dudes that don't have ambition, and I don't like taking care of dudes. Like that one relationship I was in when I was doing all the work, that's what turned me off from that shit. Like it weigh you out, and then like when you're not appreciated, when a person don't appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it was just a lot that I was going through at that time as a teenager. But everybody think because I'm built, stacked, hips, ass, small waist, they thinking I'm a grown woman, but I really was a kid. Yeah. So it was a lot going through creeping. But when you read creeping, creeping is really just discussing things and just telling you about how men is.
And about the relationship.
And about the relationships, yeah.
And how one day you pulled them to the side.
What I did?
Let's look at page 65. And I told them, let's be real.
65.
And you think, let's quote it. Do you think I would rather have a baby with you?
Oh, 65. Oh!
Ha! Let's get into it.
Okay, so 65 is about my baby daddy Kenny. That's Treshawn's dad.
Okay.
He passed away. Rest in peace, he died in jail. They had a rumor saying that me and baby had a relationship. So he gonna tell me that all his partners were saying I fuck with baby and stuff like that. Now he really actually have no evidence. All he kept saying is he dropped me off to meet baby. But I'm like, bitch, if you did drop me off to meet baby, like, man, you still was cool. We was cool. We wasn't even in no relationship at the time. You know what I'm saying? So after, you know, we did our little thing, then all of a sudden when I got pregnant, he was saying it was baby.
Real quick.
So my mind was like, bitch, who you think I'm gonna be pregnant for? A dope boy or baby who got millions of dollars? Who the fuck you think?
Ooh, when I read it, I said, this girl is going in.
Who the fuck you think this motherfucker talking about? Yeah, cause you know I keep asking who you pregnant for. Bitch, you know we ain't never used no condom. Bitch, don't play with me. Here's my thing. And it's for all the dudes out there. If you think a girl, if you think it's not your child, go get the paternity test. I kept telling them that. But you trying to embarrass me and humiliate me because you going off of what the streets telling you, but the streets don't know my fucking business. They think they know my business. Because if I was fucking baby, guess what? I would have been right there in Miami with them.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello. So what was the relationship like with Kim? Because you didn't go into too many details with that relationship.
Yeah, because Kenny was a dog, just like the rest of them bitches. We was friends at first. He was a woman beat. He used to be beating up the girls. He ain't never beat up me, but he used to be beating up the girls. I dealt with him and I knew he had other people he was dealing with. He was like somebody be a dope boy and they got money.
Yep.
And they got bitches here.
Yep.
That was him.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so let's get into the smelly rapper. Oh, girl, when I read that chapter, I couldn't believe
what you was saying.
I said, no, she didn't. She didn't do that.
You gotta ask me questions. Go ahead.
The smelly rapper, I was like, how you came around, how you even, with him being smelly, how did that get past you? How did you just still come with him?
Because your self-esteem be low. So you be thinking that's all you could get.
But see, the smelly one?
Well, listen, he wasn't smelling like you could smell him from the door.
So he had to be up close.
Yeah, he just was always musty.
So when you got that close, what was your first instinct?
His hygiene wasn't together.
You didn't tell him?
I mean, I told him a couple of times. Not like, you don't think you should wash up? Shit like that. Not saying you funky. But that made me a funky person too, to just sleep with somebody that hold an odor. Yeah, it does. And that's what I say in the book. Like, I'm just not down in a smelly rapper. Like, I was just smelling like it made me funky too.
I was like, how in the heck cause
man, when you young and you don't know yourself as a woman and you don't know about self-worth, self-love, self-care, you settle for anything. Oh, cause his dick big. Smelly rapper had like a 12-inch dick.
Ooh, the smelly rapper.
You know how the girls be saying, the broke boys be having the big dicks and the dudes with money be having the small dicks? So I guess that's what they say.
That's what they say? Because I don't know. That's what they say. So I go to work and go home. I don't know. I don't know what they be saying out there.
That's what they be saying, girl.
Well, I'm glad we was able to get past the smelly raffle.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something. Like, a girl can't come tell you about your baby daddy, about her baby daddy. You heard me? And it's not a reflection of her because she chose that person.
Right.
So that's why I wrote that chapter, because even though I was saying he was a smelly rapper, I took accountability for myself too. Well, bitch, what that make you?
Right.
So any girl that's just trying to down a dude, you gotta down yourself too, because you open your legs to him. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I was talking about in a book. I'm saying I gotta take accountability because I chose to still sleep with him, even though
I couldn't get over that title. I couldn't get past that. I was like, oh my God, no, she didn't.
Yeah.
And this is coming from me knowing you.
Yeah.
And me and you friends, and I'm like, not my friend. But we're gonna get into the friend later.
With that one, but not that other one that was lying. That ain't true.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
But wait, when I first
but that one ain't no bundle.
When I first saw the title Smelly Rapper, that's what came to my mind.
No.
I was like, she did not put this in there.
But you know that was in him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
after I read it, I was like,
girl, no, it's deep.
Okay. But I was like,
and one thing about me, I'm honest and I don't lie like that. I do not lie. So if I say I never, I never.
Well, I believe you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ms.Tee, stop activating your crazy.
Woo!
Let's get into that.
That's the chapter.
Ms.Tee, stop activating your crazy. Because your quote, Many of us women want to change for the man when the change needs to start with us.
Oh.
Most of us have the intentions to fix the man when we should be focused on fixing ourselves.
Ooh.
That's a whole lot right there.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot right there.
That right there alone. That needs to be framed.
Let me tell you what this chapter is about.
I'm listening.
Missing out. Missing out on a good dude because you didn't activate your motherfucking crazy because you thinking about what the last dude did.
Yep.
So you cool, and especially when guys meet me, they're like, ooh, she cool, she relaxed, she chill, ooh, she girly. What the fuck that was?
That was that plug.
Oh. Girl, I thought that was a ghost, girl, paranoid. Oh,
Hold up.
no, but look, so it was a guy that I mentioned in here named Marvin that I really felt like I could have been with. But I just kept reliving the past thinking he was Dolomite. Yeah, so it's like sometimes girls be, trying to blame it on dudes. But it was me. I was like cursing the dude out every day, making up shit in my mind. I was doing so much shit.
It's a you ran him out?
I ran. Matter of fact, it's about 3 of them I ran off that could have been good potential mates.
Wow.
And one I still be talking to, and he be saying, "You missed out."
And it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that.
You do say that
because I just read a quote, and somebody posted on social media. A man gonna always stay in touch with a woman he should have kept.
Yeah.
And he still staying in touch. Even though he might say you missed out. Guess what? He ain't never lose contact with you.
He didn't, but I acted so crazy with this dude that he could have been the one. I take my lick. But this what dudes gotta understand. Just because a girl look good or she curvy or whatever she is, you don't know what that girl going through inside, inwardly. So I still was dealing with not trusting people.
They don't know what you've been through.
They don't know what you've been through. So once I felt like I loved him, that's what brought the crazy out. It was like, ooh, this bitch about to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know for sure, but you're like, ooh, this bitch about to hurt me. Ooh, he ain't called me back. Ooh, he might be with somebody. Like, you start thinking.
You start thinking it.
Yeah.
And us as women, we do that.
Yeah.
With somebody we care about. If we didn't do that, guess what? That means we don't fuck with you. We don't care about you. We definitely don't love you.
Right.
So if a woman is doing all that, you better believe she care about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good that you activated your crazy because that's how you were showing.
Stop activating your crazy.
But you were showing. That's the way you were showing you care.
Yeah, but it still was crazy to them. Like, this bitch crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember texting Melvin like 100 times. Like, how you do that?
Where you at?
How you be calling?
What you doing?
And just to hear him breathe.
No. No, not to hear him breathe.
I'm just saying, this was a lot.
But you know what? That was your way of showing.
Yeah, that was the wrong way to show.
It was the wrong way, but that was your way of showing.
Telling people I was crazy and everything.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes that's the only way people know how to express themselves. Not everybody can come in and be like, oh, let me just sit down and let me talk about how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do that. So I wish he would have been able to see, oh no, she's not crazy, she really kept. She really messed fool with me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She really that funny.
Yeah, girl.
But I read that you put Melvin through a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. Melvin taught me how to love, get understanding about myself and how to respect a man. The reason why is because we had a fuss and I called him a bitch.
Ooh.
He was like, what you trying to fuck up my dick? I ain't no fucking bitch. And it just sunk in my head like, ooh, bitch, you going too hard. Yeah, like I was going too far.
Yeah, he ain't like that.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like that at all.
So even though you put him through a lot, he taught you how to love. Did you gain a whole lot from him teaching you that? Or was it just something that, okay, I could fill in a blank with it, but I still have a lot more I need to learn?
Yeah.
It was a lot more you need to learn.
Yeah, it was a lot more I needed to learn, but he just taught me how to deal with a man.
But if he was that one, and if he was still around, do you think y'all could have grown?
No, because Melvin is fucking superficial.
Okay. And we gonna leave it right.
You gotta look a certain way to be with him. You gotta do this, and he's superficial.
Oh,
but we still cool though.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's it. As long as y'all still maintain that positive and good relationship, that's all that matters. All right. So holding on 2 years with
fake friends.
Oh my God, I've been waiting to get to that one. I've been waiting to hear about that one.
Oh Lord, let me tell you something.
But wait, before you tell us,
what?
I want you to read this quote. Your quote.
What page that is?
It's on 86.
86.
I want you to read it.
Okay, 84, 85, 86. Okay. Lessons I learned from friendship. It's deep though.
It is. That's why I want you to read it.
Listen to the slick-side comments they make. Watch how they go hard on you in arguments. See how they don't support your business. See if they tell your personal business to their other friends or their family.
Hello.
They ain't your friend.
Not at all.
Yeah, I used to hold on to a lot of people because I felt like I need them. And I just came to terms that I really don't be needing them. I came to terms that if you offer more than they could offer, you don't need them.
Right.
And I used to think because they've been knowing me for 10 plus years that, that's my friend.
Right.
Or if they knew me before I was Ms.Tee, that's my friend.
Right.
But that ain't true.
There's a little bit of testimony.
Yeah, that ain't true.
We became friends from me always ordering clothes. Every time, look, where you at? Let me meet you here. Let me pick up here. And that's how we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't been no 20 plus years.
Nah. So that's what I try to teach people in this chapter because I was holding on to people that were for years. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking it was my fucking friend. Them bitches ain't buy a CD, a shirt, or nothing. I was giving them bitches every fucking thing. Just like in the chapter, I tell you which one it was it Tina?
Yep.
One in the chapter when she was like, I was selling a Curvy Divas rock shirts, and that whole said I don't got no money for that. But then she was gone on the girl, the lady site, but my mouth, running my mouth, ordering all kind of stuff, but she'll take a Curvy Diva shirt from me for free.
Hey, you know what? When I read that section, let's go back.
What?
Let's go back.
All right.
It was a couple of times. I can't say exact when. And you was like, well, let me show you the site where I get the clothes from. And what I told you.
I don't remember.
You don't need to show me the site because I'm still order from you.
Oh, yeah. But that shit, I shouldn't even told you.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't matter because I use it anyway. But guess what? A real friend is not going to do that. A real friend going to say.
But this girl act as though she did so much for me.
Wow.
And she really did. I gave her more than she ever gave me.
I read about paying people rent.
Oh yeah, when I was with Cash Money, making my little couple, my little 500 a show. I'm helping people with their rent, buying them. You gotta see back then I was doing like 3-4 shows a week. Yeah, all that. The same people turned their fucking back on.
And a lot of times, I want to say this, and I'm gonna say this in a defense. Sometimes you can't fault them. They old enough to know right from wrong, but they never was taught how to be a friend.
Oh yes, baby.
Or either they don't know how to be a friend at all.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you old enough to know right from wrong, but are you really a friend?
Right. A lot of them don't know the
definition of friend.
Yes, they
What
don't.
is your definition of a friend?
My definition of a friend is someone that keep your secrets, someone that be there for you, and you be there for. Like, it's not a one-sided friendship when I talk about it. It's just everybody like uniting and having each other back. And I get so tired of building and investing in people. Like, people think you have to invest in people, when it's money. Investing is time.
Yep.
Your friend calls you on the phone.
Have to have price.
You listening to your friend, she's telling you her problems, you consoling her and stuff like that. You're doing all this and that and that. So then, when you don't receive the same, the energy is like it drains you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, it drains you.
We done had many conversations.
And I'm not. And the thing I'm saying, y'all, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. What I'm saying is, you know, you go through it and you find out, and then you tell your story, and then when your story come out, you know, you learn how to just maneuver different with friendships
and how to deal with them.
And how to deal with them.
Like I tell them, deal with them accordingly. Deal with them accordingly.
Deal with them motherfuckers accordingly.
And if you don't like them, just eliminate yourself from the situation.
That's what I'm going.
All that negativity, just
and that's what I'm going through right now. It's like a lot of people that I have love for, and then I'm asking myself, why I gotta be that in love with them?
Right.
Not saying like I ain't even talking about like a girl and a man relationship. I'm talking about like just period. Like, why I gotta be doing all that? They don't do it for me.
Right.
So why I always gotta be the bigger person? You know what I'm saying? So to my mind, I'm like, you know what? If it brings me too much stress and I'm crying over it, I gotta let it go.
Let it go.
I gotta let it go.
Dip your hands in that bleach water.
Dip your hand in that bleach water. Hey y'all come in. I'm taping my show 2T.
All right, let's talk about cash money.
Oh,
I just couldn't believe that.
Nobody can believe. Let me see if I could get both of us.
I couldn't believe that.
What?
That the check, the $2,500.
Girl, the $2,500 check.
What? I couldn't. Friend, I know you can't. You're not making it up.
No, I'm not.
I know you're not.
I'm not making it up
because that's not who you are.
Right. The thing of it is like, when I left Cash Money, I felt like I wasn't getting paid right and I wasn't getting treated right, which I felt like I wasn't. You know, they used to give me a little money here, 200 here, 300 here, or whatever. But it wasn't the money. It didn't add up. The record sales, you selling thousands and thousands and hundred thousands, and you getting little bitty checks. And I hook up with the fucking Ghetto Twins. They had a whole check for $40,000, and I had a whole check for $2,000.
I was like, ooh. I would have been embarrassed.
I thought Baby probably was like, when he was younger, probably was like, she ain't gonna know what to do with all that money, you know.
By you being young.
Yeah, and they do that. It was just heartbreaking when Bobby Marchand gave me that fucking contract saying, yeah, we booked you for 15 and he gave you 500. Then took 20% off the 5 and then told me I have to pay bodyguards. So then I left with $300. But when you 15, 16 years old, $300 and all that is what, Terrence? Still a lot of money to you.
Yep.
You know. Y'all come in, y'all. I'm talking about my book, I Am Stronger and Wiser Now. Okay? We're going to, all right, come on.
All right, let's talk about the depression. Well, wait, before we go to depression, let's go back to cash money. That's because we're not done with it. So when you received the $2,500 check and a little $200 and a $300, however they was giving it, you at that time you thought it was a lot.
Yeah.
But was you spending it like this?
I mean, I was.
Or you was holding it? You was just running.
No, I was spending it.
You was just running through it.
I thought it was a lot. Girl, I thought I was rich.
So what's your first thing you bought?
Oh, I can't even remember back then. But hold up, let me go back. Baby gave me $2,500. Then bought me a car. Remember?
I read the car.
He bought the car. So my check was supposed to be $5,000, but he had to take the car. He took the money for the car.
But you choose to buy the car.
Yeah, I didn't ask about it. He bought that bitch.
So why you taking my money?
Then I got in a wreck with the car and he took the car back. So I ain't put that in there, but he took the fucking car back.
Look, that number was your car.
Y'all gotta go get stronger and wiser now. I'm telling y'all, it's a good book. I Am Stronger, Wiser Now. Y'all can go to Barnes and Nobles. Trishelle, Ms.Tee Williams is the author, or type in I Am Stronger and Wiser Now, or go to my website, legendarymisstee.com.
Go get it today.
Get it today.
You won't be disappointed at all. Alright, so let's talk about chapter 10, depression.
Oh yeah.
I hated that chapter.
Why?
I hated it because I don't like to see you going through it. I don't, but I like to see you come out of it.
Yeah, you know? I mean, I've been going through depression since I was 15. I just didn't know what it was. All I knew was in my mind, I'm not like everybody else. My chemical balance off. I'm crying about
equilibrium.
Yeah, the equilibrium is not up to par. Like, you emotional about everything. Like, you keep crying about everything. I went and talked to my auntie one time. My auntie, she was like, you need to go see somebody. And then Melvin played a big part up in that too, because Melvin was like, I want to help you, but you have a problem that's way bigger than me.
That was deep.
And that was true. I did. I mean, just spazzing out on people, cursing people out. You know how, like, when you get a job, they say conflict and resolution or something like that. Like, you will be able to have. I couldn't fucking do it.
Right.
My whole thing was, I'm gonna show that bitch. I'm gonna show that bitch. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Just the approach that I had wasn't,
So do you think what you've gone through, depression and everything that you done went through so far, before we get into the self-love thing, do you think that all that together made you who you are today?
Yeah, it have made me who I am today. But depression, what I learned about it is when you recognize it. Because I wanted help. You know what I'm saying? And some people just ignore it, or if you go talk to other people, especially if you talk to people that you know, they just say you crazy.
Or like you said in a book.
What?
They go say your business to somebody else.
They go say your business to somebody else, so that's when I started talking to somebody. A different couple of therapists I talked to, and medicine has always helped me. Like, I take Lexapro. And it don't make my mind do what it used to do. Like, my mind used to just dwell. That's like something you can't explain doing. Like, so talking to one of the therapists was saying by me having a traumatic teenage life, that's what made it trickle into adulthood. You know what I'm saying? I just advise anybody that's going through that is to go get help. If you're depressed, you have anxiety or whatever it is, go get the help.
And you know what else? You learn your triggers.
Oh, my triggers, what I just told you. I said I can't be around negative. I can't be around that all the time.
Your triggers.
You learn your triggers.
That's big, because anybody can recognize that they're going through depression.
Oh, yeah.
But not know what triggers that depression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just a teacher. But what I do know is I can tell you learn from it.
Yes, I have.
You don't just say, I'm depressed, so let me just take this medicine and be done with it. No, you say I'm depressed, let me see what triggers it, so that I don't have to go back down that road. And that's the difference.
Just imagine being a young girl, you signed to a bunch of niggas, on drug dealers, whatever, and you don't know anything. You're not educated. You can't really comprehend, but you just jumping off the porch, you're having sex at a young age, you get pregnant at 15.
You just going with the flow.
You just going with the flow of everything. You get in an abusive relationship, you went through all that, and then these niggas blow up and just act like it was your fault because you lied. You don't think that type of shit will make you depressed?
It makes some of them jump off.
Yeah, it makes you depressed. Like, I attempted suicide how many times? Maybe about twice in my life. I ain't put that in a book, but just wanted to, like, not be here.
Right.
Like, what the fuck I'm here for? Nobody love you.
You did put that in. Yeah. You didn't put twice, but you did put that in.
Yeah, twice. One time when I was pregnant, I told the doctor that, so they had nurses in the room with me. And then another time, I had took a bunch of pills. Just trying to erase my existence. Like, nobody cares. Nobody wants me.
Just
and if you think about it, just going to the beginning of the book, and you have a mom that's not there, then you really don't have nobody. Your grandma died. You just...
So you go from your auntie,
you go
by your mama, from your mama, back by your auntie. That can...
And everybody just making, like, you the problem.
Right.
But you like, bitch, I need help.
I need help.
But nobody don't want to help you. They just all talking about you like a dog,
Yeah. And it happens every day. Every day. So I hope that chapter alone reach out and touch somebody.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, they may not be calling or saying anything now, but I believe if they read this book, you're saving lives.
Yeah.
Because not everybody can admit the things that they went through.
Yeah.
Or even put it in a book. And when they read, like, well, dang, I did the same thing, but now you're teaching them how to handle it.
Yeah.
You know,
I just try to like maneuver now, especially when I go through some things. I just try to get that out my face because nobody want to wake up and be sad all the time. And I feel like if you love somebody, you're not gonna make them sad. You're not gonna make them hard for them. You're not gonna do shit to hurt their feelings. You're not gonna say shit to hurt their feelings. And I just feel like a lot of people don't know how to be people friends. They don't.
So let me ask you this, because knowing that you know your triggers, when somebody trigger, you know that trigger coming, somebody's triggered, what's the first thing you do?
The first thing I used to do is just clap back. Because that's what you used to doing. Like, that's what you brought up doing. That's all you know. You know. So now I try to take a different approach. I just block your ass.
Just block.
I block you or I delete you because I don't want to give people my energy anymore. Because it's too much. Trying to fuck with people, trying to tell people that they lying on you. Like, it's because people gonna think what they want.
Yeah.
People think what they want.
And we want all positive vibes.
Yes. If y'all just tune in, I need y'all to go get my book. I Am Stronger and Wiser Now. The juicy details are in. You could go to legendaryms.tee.com to get the book. Also, you could go to Barnes and Nobles. Look under the author Trishelle Ms.Tee Williams, or put in I Am Stronger and Wiser Now. You can also go to Amazon and get the book. When I tell you it's juicy, it's thought-provoking, it makes you think about your own life, it make you look at yourself in the mirror.
It's lessons learned.
It's lessons learned, girl. Yes, girl.
She taught y'all in this book, but she taught us stuff up in here.
You know what though? I always consider myself a teacher.
See that?
Now, I don't have the degrees and shit like you got, but I always thought like I taught through music.
So guess what? Now you're teaching them through what?
Now I'm teaching them through a book.
And us with all the degrees and stuff, guess what we teach through?
What?
Books. Books. Okay? So you are teaching us. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm learning too.
Man, so holding on to fake friends.
Yes.
Because we was on something else, but holding on to fake friends, man, let them people go. It be hard though because you really be loving people.
It is.
But you have to let people love you you gotta love them from a distance.
Yep. It's hard to let go.
It's hard.
Somebody has been around for so long. You know, I don't know. I just don't care.
Yeah, that's a good way to be.
I wish you had that attitude.
What?
I just don't care.
Yeah, I think I start caring for the people that's around me. Like when you close to me,
ones that care for you.
Yeah. When you close to me and you do me something, it really eggs me. It eggs me like harder.
It bothers me more.
It bothers me. But if you a bitch off the street, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Cause I don't know you. But if you in my ear, you talking to me, you acting like we cool and all that, and then you snake me, that shit cut. So I gotta learn not to have people around me. Yeah, that shit
hurt. You can't just wash that off with the bleach, like you know what I'm saying. That take a little more work. that take a little bit more work. But let's talk about self-love because I have a major question. Once we get to the end, like I don't know how many phone calls you got after this book came out, where you and your mom stand.
Self-love, chapter 11.
Yes, ma'am.
Self-love is chapter 11, you guys.
So self-love, is that just about you learning how to love yourself?
Yeah. Learning how to be by myself. Learning how to not think I need a man to be with to go to sleep. Or, you know what I'm saying? And everybody want a man. Yeah, I want a man, but it ain't gonna, like, the world ain't gonna end if I don't get none.
Right. Still gonna be working.
You know, you'll be like, I ain't putting this outfit on unless I'm going to a date. Girl, you might get killed tomorrow. Girl, wear that outfit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I say,
I ain't doing this because unless this happen. Girl, do what you need to do because you don't know what's going to happen because life is not promised.
Exactly.
So you need to live your life.
Live it down here the next 30 minutes, 5
Thank
minutes.
you.
I promise. You never know what's
What is the quote in there?
But I love this quote. This was actually one of my favorite quotes.
Really? Can you read it? Can you read it to them?
Love is the most magnetic energy on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Love will make you feel good.
Yeah.
Most people think it's just about falling in love with another person, but it's not. Love is a deep connection within yourself that I didn't have much of my life.
Yes.
That was my favorite quote.
Why?
That was the favorite quote for the simple fact is you grew up without the self-love. You didn't know the self-love. Then when you recognized the self-love, it was more. It was more than just what you thought it was.
Yeah.
You know, it was deep. Like you said,
See,
right. It's more than just loving yourself. It's a connection. Something you have to build.
You got to build.
Like you have built right there.
Yeah, I have built it. But here's the thing. I always felt like I needed love within people. A lot of people go through that.
Yeah.
I always felt like I needed a bunch of girls to be with. I always felt like I needed a man by my side. You drop one nigga, you get under another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought that I needed that, but at the end of the day, when I look around, it's me.
Yeah. And when you recognize that stuff, like how it feel?
Man, it feel good.
How it feel?
It feel good.
You gotta say it like a read it.
It feel good to know that at the end of the day, you gotta look out for yourself. At the end of the day, you gotta be there for yourself. I just told somebody. They was driving fast. I said, hold up, I love my life. You don't gotta drive like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just self-care or cutting that fucking Facebook off when you want to or Instagram.
Yep.
Cutting people off cutting people off when you don't want to hear that fucking negativity. That's self-love.
Or hit over that, oh, well, I gotta go.
Well, I gotta go. Because people will drain your energy.
Yes.
And people will want you to believe what they motherfucking believe. And people get mad at you because they feel like you're not up, or they feel like, man, you gotta live for you. You are the only one, or unless you're twins, that came out your mama private. Oh
no, twins. So self-love, that was actually my favorite part of the book.
Thank you.
I love that quote. Like, you couldn't have said it better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was like the hammer on a nail. Okay.
Man, because you go so far when it's love. When it's real love, you go far.
I wonder, put it like this. If you taught, tell them, if you have taught them anything about loving themselves, what would it be? And this is for your viewers. If you think you taught, just by reading that chapter and writing that chapter.
First, I really think that it comes like recognizing the love for yourself, but also taking accountability for your actions.
True.
And also asking yourself, well, why I did this? If you did something bad, why I did this? What made me do this? Like, sometimes you gotta start confronting your feelings. Sometimes you just gotta be your own guide. Sometimes you have to ask for the how I be asking, spirit guides, where y'all at? Where y'all at to guide me? Like, I just fall as a woman and being a man. I'm not a man, but I can speak from a woman perspective. You gotta get all in it with yourself. When you get it all into yourself, like, you're not gonna be looking for that from nobody.
Right. Because you have it within.
Because you have it within. And then when you have it within, then you could kind of really attract the guy or girl you want. Because you might attract somebody that feel the same way about themselves, how you feel about yourself. And it's it's a beautiful connection.
What you saying? A magnetic
connection.
Energy, okay? Yes, magnetic energy. All right, so self-love, that was my favorite chapter of the book because I love seeing you come out of it. I love to see you loving yourself. Like, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, a prayer, sorry to myself.
Oh my God, I had to apologize to myself. You know Mary J. Blige's song she got called Good Morning Gorgeous? All right, so Mary J. Blige, you know, we all go through that. We thinking like, why did I hate myself? Why did I feel like I wasn't good enough? Like, because you've been hearing all this shit when you was an adolescent. So you hearing that you ain't good enough, you're dumb like your daddy, this and that.
So it's sticking with you.
Yeah, and it stick with you, and you a 40-year-old woman and you still thinking that.
And you just start believing.
And you start believing it.
Yes, well, we're gonna read this quote.
Go ahead, read that quote, girl. What it say?
Just because someone broke your heart doesn't mean you should carry hate in your heart.
Okay.
Stop saying things like fuck love, knowing that you don't mean it.
Yes.
Every heartbreak was there to teach you something about yourself or something about the people you are letting in your life.
Yeah.
Keep your heart clean.
Yeah.
God is preparing your life
for
honey. Something greater. Ms.Tee.
Yes.
Okay. That right there.
What chapter that? I mean, what page that is?
136.
136. Let's see.
And it's like you apologizing to yourself for everything that, not just everything that you went through, but everything you did.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I wasn't no angel.
Like you said, nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect, y'all. I wasn't no angel. And I just had to have a prayer to myself in a book because I did a lot of fucked up shit to myself. You know, drinking, you know, I ain't never really did no hard drugs. I used to be like smoking a lot of weed or popping a Xanax.
Right.
You know, just to run away from your problems. You know.
And then when you come back, it's still.
And then when you come back, it's still there. So the best thing that I learned now is what I try to do is do solutions. Okay, so this happened, so this time I'm gonna figure
This
this
is how
out.
we gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Let's see how we gonna fix it.
So that's the biggest thing now. I just have to have a solution on what I'm gonna do.
Don't dwell on what's
Don't
broke.
man.
Let's go to see how we gonna fix it.
Yeah, because if you keep dwelling on shit, you're gonna keep manifesting it.
Yep.
You're gonna keep when you keep dwelling on shit, you're gonna keep manifesting. If it's not working in your life, leave it. Let it go. If the man not acting right, let him go. The girl not acting right, let him go. You cannot make people be how you want them to be.
Right.
But you could attract the mate that you want that's on the same frequency that you're on. But you gotta get there.
Yep. But before you get there, you gotta do what first?
What?
Love yourself.
You gotta love yourself.
They have to introduce that self-love. So have you ever read this prayer out loud to yourself?
Yeah, I have.
Does it make you emotional?
No, it doesn't.
Tell me why.
I don't get emotional because I've been doing this self-work for years. People think self-work is like you just woke up and say, oh, I'm about to work on myself within this 2 years. I mean, like, for long, like, in the beginning of my 30s, I just was trying to figure out myself and figure out what I need to do to kind of change. And you gotta get from around people like that. They used to say shit like, oh, you already know how she is. And they don't even believe in you. So the people that don't believe in you, you gotta get from around them too.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to take everybody with you. And I hate to say that, but I had to learn that. You're not gonna take everybody with you.
You gotta leave some of them, gotta leave behind.
You really
So
have to.
after you wrote this book,
What?
and we're gonna wrap it up a little bit. After you wrote this book, how many phone calls you got?
Oh man, I got so many phone calls, so many people inspired by the book, so many people telling me they feel everything that I was talking about because I didn't lie.
Right.
I told my truth.
And that's the most important thing.
Even though I felt like I told y'all too much. I wanted a girl to know, you know, you in a relationship and a nigga get a disease. You're not talking about that. Like, that's the truth.
Right.
Like,
you
dealing with.
Who write a book they're not talking about?
Yeah, but then you dealing with that, and at the same time, you stupid ass getting the medicine, you giving him the medicine, and his ass not even taking the fucking medicine, so he reinfecting you. Like, it's just all kind of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Thank God I didn't get nothing that I couldn't get rid of.
Right.
But just being in a relationship and you thinking somebody love you and they just doing all kind of harmful shit and you keep taking them back, like, it play with your mental.
Sometimes you gotta say enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. So where do you and your mom stay? Have she read the book?
No, I don't think my mom read the book, but I did tell her that I had some things up in there. We haven't talked since the book was been released. So maybe, I don't know, we'll talk about it again.
I hope she.
Yeah, because even though I say what she did, I still come back and say, you know, cause people always be saying, you don't want to be like your mama, but you still want to be like your mama and certain things. Like,
you are who you are.
You are who you are, yeah.
You know, and can't nobody change that.
So you guys, if y'all want to get my book, go to legendarymistee.com. This book is about taking accountability for your life. It's detailing everything that I went through. Or they got some juicy stories in here. I know y'all going to be able to relate to. Okay, it's your girl, Legendary Ms.Tee. This was True Tea, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!